co-host. And I gotta get my other stream up on here.
Morning.
Good morning, Gabriel. How you doing, sir?
Good. I was just sharing the show. Sharing the show.
Perfect. Let's see here. I thought I shared this, but I didn't. Put it on here. All right. So we're good. And
How are you?
I'm waking up. Even though I've been up for several hours, I'm still trying to get my wake up going.
Get the wake up going.
So I have to hunt down my Gundam. I don't know what happened to it, so I gotta go find it. So I'm gonna work on this piece today. So we're gonna work on Pokemon and get it done for
Pokemon.
regenerative.
Nice.
So he asked for this little guy. This is one of 3 covers that I get to do for him, so it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Nice.
So how have you been?
I'm hanging in there. You know, God's got me. I just when things don't go my way, then I just rely on Him.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That's definitely the way. Sounds like you've had a couple little hiccups.
Well, I thought I had this root canal thing nailed down, but maybe it's a sinus infection.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, not fun. And so, the real kicker was the smelly snot. And so, I know that sounds really disgusting. But and then the raid chain didn't work for me at all. That was kind of a joke.
What,
Be
as far
honest.
as people goes?
Huh?
What, as far as people?
It was just like I don't know if maybe everybody spent all their money or what, but the gal that was before me, I think she had like maybe 5 or 6 people,
Uh-huh.
and then everybody wanted like cheap deals, and there was someone earlier just like giving their stuff away. I was like, don't let people like. Someone in his chat said, they said typically or commonly, for $5 you should be able to get ink, not just pencil. And I addressed that person because that person is one of my clients, and I was like, no. Everybody on here has their own prices, and so there won't be any of that on my watch. And so everyone on here is at their own level, has their own prices. We're a community. We're not a comparison. It's like these people that like, oh, I think instead of going to Costco now, I'll start going to this store. But
Right.
we're here as a community to support each other and encourage everyone. But when some of these people are like, there was like 2 people kind of like ganging up on him, and I was like, nah, because they did it to me too, and that just wasn't cool.
Wow, that sucks. I'm so sorry.
And so, but yeah, they came by at my stream, and then they're like, "Oh, do you have any like $5 starts?" And I said, I only do that on Wednesday, so." You are like clockwork on Wednesday to get them $5 slots. But what I do is in my show notes, if you want between $1 to $10 is pencil, from $10 to 20, it's you can get it in ink, and then it goes into ink with one color, and then um, over 35 we start talking maybe, a more color, and then 55 and up is definitely like, a really nice sketch card. And so if they win it for $5, that's the tier
Hmm.
at pencils. And so and I only put so many in the quantity on that and cut it off. If they want more, then I'll see you next week.
Right. And that
Because
makes
I
sense.
made the boo boo where Gabriel was like, "Oh, you know what? What I'll do is I will. I really need to do a lot of Batmans, so I don't have to look up a Batman, photo reference. You know what? And there's so many professional artists I know that still will look up the photo reference, at a
Hmm.
convention. And just to, you got a lot going on, it doesn't hurt to pull up a photo reference.
Right.
So, anyway, I know we're all trying to like grow and, and treat the clients here well. Um, but then there's a red flag that kind of goes off when I see something just, it's and it's like a uh not really a red flag, it's more of a discernment kind of thing. And
Right.
so, but yeah, it was kind of disheartening, just I offered a lot of services, and then the next thing I knew, I had like 7 minutes. So I just pulled out my sketchbook, and I just was working on a sketch, and then I dropped into Jose, but at least I kept like 15 people to drop into Jose. And
Well, that's
so,
good.
but that was just my regular people. Like, it didn't I didn't gain any new followers from the train raid. So
Gotcha. All right, guys. Good morning, and thank you for the follow. So you got myself here, and you got Gabriel. Gabriel's working on this awesome Wolverine Gundam. So he's gonna. This is something that he started a couple weeks ago with me. I did one as well, but I don't have mine, so I got to find it. But his is looking phenomenal. Um, and then I'm working on this Pokemon mashup. So if you guys are looking for anything in particular, please go into my shop. Also, go to Gabriel's page, friend him or follow him, and then also take a look at some of the specials that are on there. You'll find a little bit of everything. Gabriel really specializes more on the paint side of things, and it's really good stuff. And he can illustrate extremely well, and he's very fast. So I just want to give everybody the heads up. So it looks like Ant saying hello. Let's see. CXS is what's up? Good to see you guys this morning. Yeah, I'm sorry about that raid train. I honestly, I decided to go ahead and take like the earliest slot that she had, which was at 11 o'clock.
yes, I
Um,
was there.
I didn't I didn't know if it was going to be that big of a deal, but I mean it was busy the whole time. Um, I don't know if it helped that I had Kay on there. I had a co-host, which was kind of cool, but I didn't even really like promote anything at all while I was doing that. We were just having a banter back and forth.
Yeah, I
So,
was there. I popped in and out all day to see how the raid was going.
yep.
But the raid went really nice last week. Because we're able to see like people's cells and stuff. This one is available. This sketch cover here. This is Lobo, and this is Dog. The dog. Dog's name is Dog. DAWG.
That's a cool piece. I like the scruffiness to it. It's really cool. It's got a lot of
Well,
texture.
I really enjoy, his style, but I also was thinking, kind of like Love and Rockets, and also like Tank Girl.
Yep, very much in that style, that sensibility. Yes.
But I like Dog hangs out with Lobo, and Lobo's always got that cigar, so we got that kind of festering red eye there. You ever saw this comic book? This comic book came with this cool gem right here. That's
Oh,
pretty
that's cool.
dope.
That's neat.
Yeah.
All right, I guess if I change that, I'm gonna change that.
There's a Batman here. I might hop on it if I finish this one in time, but I'm working on this. And so CGC has given me um, these little yellow folders because when uh, they have me send the comic books to be graded, they like to know that all the corners and everything are good, and so that I can end up getting a good 9.8 grading. So just so if anyone on here doesn't know, you want a yellow label. A yellow label is a signatured series. Now, if it's a blue label, that means it doesn't have a sig. There's no auto. Okay, so if you ever see and someone says, "Oh, I have a signed comic book," and it's blue up here, they did not go through the right um, you know way of getting it graded. So this is one that I had them grade for me. This was done at last year's San Diego Comic Con.
Oh, damn.
Uh, so this Batman, I'll probably end up sending into CGC, and but yeah, it's coming along pretty nice and gritty. And I got some more layers to go on here, and so yeah.
That is a sick piece. I love it.
What do you got going on this weekend?
Um, well, we got Mother's Day weekend,
That's
so
right. And your
tomorrow
mom's still
my
around, right?
my mom is definitely around. We're supposed to go see her.
Nice.
Um, then we have something called Shield Maiden. So at my church, it's basically the women's group gets together, and they kind
Yeah.
of do like you see the Kentucky Derby, right? When they all get dressed up and dolled up.
Yeah.
They're doing
Yeah.
something like that for the Shield Maidens,
Nice.
and they'll do that as a brunch. I'm coming in there tomorrow just to help out
Yeah.
as needed, but it's specifically for the ladies. And then
Yeah.
on Sunday we do church, and my wife's still trying to decide what kind of dinner she wants to do. So we're kind of keeping it pretty simple this year because we got a lot of things that are coming up in June. So we're
Yeah.
trying to kind of keep expenses low.
Okay.
But what about yourself?
Yeah, the church is always putting on something cool for the moms. And then we're getting ready for my daughter's graduation that comes up at the end of the month. So I'm excited to go see her for her graduation. And yeah.
Perfect. So we got a question on here. CSX is asking, who are your guys' favorite characters to draw?
Go ahead. You go first.
I'm gonna probably say Deadpool's always a big one. Um, I would say Wolverine is probably one of my favorites, and I think those are the top two. And then any Transformers that I can do, those are my big ones. What about yourself, Gabriel?
Uh, well, what I like to draw and what people like to have me draw is two different things. But You know, the old adage goes, if you love what you do, you don't work, right? A day in your
Right.
life. And so, my number one probably seller is Darth Maul. Um, I've probably sold more Darth Maul sketches than Batman, which I love to do Batman. I could do Batman all day.
Hmm.
Um, the number two seller for me is Spider Punk. And I love doing Spider Punk. Me and Spider Punk have like this ongoing relationship. I'm actually working with my mentor on a project that it'll be available to see after probably the next 20 to 30 hours that I put into this painting, which will be for my new portfolio piece for Upper Deck and also
Whoa.
Marvel Snap. Let's see. I like to do some fun stuff. There's one client has me doing a lot of stuff with dupe, which has been really fun. And then I have a lot of Star Wars. Star Wars constantly is coming across the radar, and I enjoy me some Star Wars. And then I'm a big. I mean, I swing both ways. I like Marvel and DC, so I'm a big fan of Neil Adams. And Neil Adams, he had to make sure there were braces on his kids' teeth and all that. So taking a job doing um, DC and Marvel is the way to go. But yeah, I can show some other pieces, sketch
Good morning, Brian.
cards.
You got another fellow Star Wars guy up in here. Brian is huge on that.
Brian. Brian is the man. I just got a piece from Brian that came in and he nailed it, baby. He nailed it. Actually, I think it's right here. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah.
Says I know the troublemaker well.
So, well, there's this fun piece. Brian did this, and we are collabing together on this project.
Oh, damn.
So he did this, and check this out. How cool is this? He made this. It's from coast to coast.
Very cool.
And thanks for making my life hard though, Brian, because this goes landscape and this goes vertical. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna frame that together. But your card is in this box too, I think. I had a lady though, Brian, almost try to buy it off of me. But I said I'm only willing to part for it for $300.
Ah.
Because if she buys it for $300, then that means I'm gonna spend $300 on more Brian stuff. Um, I think it might have gotten. That's right. I took it out of the box. I was excited to show my wife, and it's Brian. It's by my nightstand. My wife's still in bed, guys. It's early here
Good
in
morning,
San Diego.
Custom. Good morning, Custom. Good morning, Kindle.
But I'll show you your card today on my stream. I'll be streaming later today at 10:30.
Sweet.
So who was it that asked about our favorite characters?
That was CXS.
Oh yeah.
So I think
CXS
CSX is
is
new to mine at least.
uh CX Creations. Right on. No, I've seen CXS for sure. Ba-ba-bum.
I don't remember who turned me
Here's
on though.
another character I enjoy doing. This is
Oh, Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. And I don't wait for that one to sell, I got another Nightcrawler right here, and so um, neither one is better than the other. And I did a whole. This is the first one, but there was one or two before this one, and so I did a whole bunch of other sketch cards before this one, and so neither one is better than the other. This one was done on an actual YouTube or
Hmm.
yeah, this one was done on an actual show there, and yeah, here's a
Cool.
Batman that's available, but this one is a booklet, so when you take it out of the case, it actually opens. It opens up. So whoever gets this one gets to also get two more characters drawn on the inside.
Very cool.
I was pretty stoked about this guy, this Mandalorian, and a guru, and another character. Uh, there's a gentleman on here that does dollar start Star Wars stuff, and he just traded. He hooked me up with 4,000 Star Wars random cards for 3 sketch cards, and he's going to have a Mandalorian show, and this sketch card along with 2 others will be up for grabs for free giving,
Nice.
and I'll be giving those Star Wars cards out as givings on my show. So as buyers giveaways.
Custom. This is actually for regenerative. So this is one of 3 of his covers. Yeah, he definitely like pushed it, and this one's a tough one. 11 characters on one page.
Here's another new character that's been popular that I enjoy doing.
Dork.
Yeah, and Scotty here. If you're not following Scotty, you should, because he's great. He always hooks it up. And that's the most recent sketch card, and that's available. And then this Spidey character here, and that's what's on the back. This one's pretty cool because if you see it in person, you get to see all the cool watercolor pencil on top of the marker. So I like to lay down, if I'm gonna use the alcohol markers with watercolor, I have to do the alcohol markers first, and then, and why am I putting watercolor pencil with alcohol marker? It's so that I can form the shapes.
So CSX, my favorite tool is my pencil. Gotta have this. I'm not a big digital person. I like doing digital, but it's not my favorite.
My favorite tool is this guy. See this?
Charcoal?
No. When your pencil gets this low,
Oh, it's an
this
extender.
goes and extends it. So this is a Blackwing pencil, and I like this Perla. Uh, I couldn't tell you what it is, if it's a 2B or a 3B. It's somewhere in between the two. Blackwing has their own like hardness of lead,
Mm-hmm.
and you could get other extenders like this one. This is really helpful for when you have. Now, this is the part of when I'm doing the loose part of my drawing. And that's why I need this to be back here to hold it loose. And then when I'm tightening up, I like to use a mechanical pencil. And this mechanical pencil, the lead keeps coming out as you draw, and you press down on your drawing. The lead just keeps coming out, and so after all those years of the lead snapping off on your mechanical pencil, and this is the mechanical pencil here. You can get these on Amazon, and the best way to get this one is when they're running like those sales, and then sign up
Mhm.
for the subscription. Typically, this guy here will run you like $11, but usually when it's on those like Amazon sales, you can get them at like $6, and then you could set your next subscription, whether if it's 3 months or 6 months or 3 weeks.
That's
I
fun.
like that because I lose them, and then the new one comes and I find it.
I get you on that.
But the cool thing about the engineering on this is, when you get this lead, your pencil lead is nice and solid like this. But when you start writing with it, it starts to get a sharp shape like this. If it's not turning and rotating and letting out, it makes this little pointed thing, and then that's when it breaks off on you and it snaps. Okay. And so, like, see how far this one's sticking out? I actually don't need it to stick out that far. So when this little guy presses down, inside here you'll see a little circle with an O. It's right about there. Every time I press here, this turns and rotates and lets a little bit more out. And you're seeing people that do pencils in the comic books, they're using these more and more. And it just stays nice and consistent.
Yep. Custom, I'm using a 01, but I'm going to be going between a 01, 3, and a 5. Yeah, Custom says that's a cool pencil.
For sure. And I use the same pins numbers because I learned from Marcus.
Yeah, this is that's my thing. Like I definitely want it to be like right. So ones work out really well as far as like the setup, and then I just go back through. Custom does it a little different. Like he's got a much thicker pin that he uses, and it still looks super good because he's got really good control. I think his is a 7 that he uses. It's either 7 or a 5. I can't remember. But I'm like that's very very bold of you. I can't do that one. I'm just try to keep it small, especially like when I'm doing faces and stuff like that. I can't go big.
Especially on chicks.
Yeah, that's gotta get those fine details. And actually, a good woman doesn't have a ton of details on her anyway.
Right? Unless her name's Bertha.
Influences. Well, I'm a '90s guy, so I mean, I'm all about like Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld. Um, I love a lot of European artists. I love animators, so like Bruce Timm is really good for me. Um, Don Bluth was huge. So my my desires and influences are huge. Yeah. Yeah, there's honestly, I love all art. The only art that I'm not a huge big fan of is like
The
cubism.
banana.
Not my favorite.
The banana art.
Yes, Jay Lee is awesome. Sam Keith, God rest his soul. Awesome, awesome, awesome artist. He brought the fire.
The banana guy brought the fire too. He had to go in
Yeah.
and eat the banana every day. Could you imagine that? And then
No.
they had to have the cops there. That's impressive. They had to have the cops because people are still upset. Oh, did you see what happened with Addy Grotti?
No, who's that?
You gotta check out his
Hey, Faith.
huh?
No, Faith just popped in. So what about Eddie Grotti?
Uh I'm talking about this artist here.
That's beautiful.
So there's his signature. So so Addy had someone like talk really bad smack on him. Oh my goodness. And he's just like, "Oh, thank you." And the person, oh my gosh. It's like one of those, this could go really bad or this could actually probably really help your career. And well, it's really helping his career. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. It's crazy that there are these there's still trolls out there.
Look, it doesn't matter if you're on top or not. There's always going to be a hater. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's why I I don't read comments about on there because at the end of the day, the comments are just comments. Unless you're willing to tell me to my face, it doesn't really matter. Like it's just words on a screen.
Word.
And I think, with age, you kind of realize that and you're just like, I don't have time for this madness. Let's just keep it moving.
That's
Yeah.
biblical too.
You just got to find that, there's bigger, better things to worry about. You
For
know what, Faith? We
sure.
definitely appreciate that. CSX, we definitely appreciate that. I mean, honestly, I love being on here with other folks because it makes me look at what they do and I'm like, okay, well, I just got to, get my stuff moving a little bit better because usually now it's like I'm just slower. I mean, the quality's there, so I can definitely say that. But seeing other people do stuff, I'm like, man, I can't. I wish I could paint like that. But I'll let them do that. That's their specialty. I'm not going to try to learn that right now. So watching Gabriel do this, it looks
I,
even better than it did originally, guys. Just so you know.
I'll teach anybody if you want to learn how to do this stuff. You're only a Zoom teaching away. So uh, I'm happy to share anything that I know about this craft. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm happy to share everything. I'm an open book, and I'm very passionate. I've met so many people that have put art off their whole entire life and had certain hiccups along the way that has kept them from being their magnificence, which is being an artist. And so I'm definitely a activator. So yeah, you're more than welcome to give me a follow and stop by and ask all the questions you want.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat of teaching as well. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking to do it, CSX, get your drawing pad out. Go and do some artwork. I mean, draw things that you haven't drawn in a while.
I mean, even if you just go to the coffee shop and go on a date with yourself and get a bagel with some cream cheese and a cup of coffee and just draw that. Just draw something, and eventually you're gonna draw something in that sketchbook that you're gonna be like, I want to paint this, or I
Yep.
want to do this on a comic book cover, or try to do a sketch card with this, and or maybe I do like this character, and why do I not like this character? I could I could do this character then the way I would kind of like it because I like reading the story about that character, but so yeah, I couldn't agree any. The sketchbook is a gateway drug back to you being an artist.
Absolutely. So yeah, there's one of my robots there. That's Blaster from Transformers.
Get out of
So
here with that.
this is a
That's my bot.
well that I mean you and I are supposed to be swapping. So I gotta gotta do this one up. You're gonna get a
Yeah,
good one.
well,
But check this out.
you're
Did you
setting
see
the
the?
bar. You're setting the bar high, buddy.
Did you see this?
No.
Like this is a fighting cover. So it's kind of like a Street Fighter kind of thing. So you got the power
Nice.
meter over here, and there's going to be another one over here for Soundwave. So you got
Yeah.
Soundwave doing the block against Blaster. Yeah,
Did you see they did that last month? Transformers, they had 6 or 8 variants that all lined up.
I want. Yeah, it's been a while since they've done stuff like that.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
this blaster is not available custom, but I will make you one for sure. You know, I'll go ahead and kill it on a Transformer. Yeah, I made a custom Starscream, man. That Starscream was so good. I love it.
Man, you guys get me all fired up now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
There's
custom to come
Blaster.
back
There's
on.
Blaster right there. You just did that, so
Oh
I
my
would show
goodness, I
your
remember
sketch
that one.
card.
Yep, I remember that card.
Yeah,
Yep.
Blaster wasn't even on the radar until Gabriel stopped by. We got several
Yeah,
people in here. Oh, look at there. This is a Marshall. That's a Marshall.
that's a good one.
Oh, look, and here's an Art by Rob. Art by Rob. And Art by
That's
Rob
a great piece.
did this in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Oh, here we go.
Just
Here we
kind of
go.
show
We
off.
got a Brian. There's a Brian. Mr. Milk.
That's so clean.
Boom, boom, boom. I got it. Oh, we got a Josh Bailey. Josh Bailey's on here. There's an ink nerd. Look at that. He took an old comic and then he put Silver Surfer here. That's pretty
That's
dope.
dope.
Yep. And
Great
then look at this
suggestion,
one. He got
guys.
Spidey playing Atari. So this is an old comic book. And then he's got Spidey here playing Atari. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at, we got this one. We got this one.
There we go.
So these are other people that are here.
Usagi.
So there's an awesome community. Here's one by Tater. Tater's on here. So you can find. Oh, here's a really good Josh Bailey. Josh Bailey that's on here. I had to buy this one because he did a Gabriel Stockton. He signed it and he goes, "Uh-oh." I go, "What?" He goes, "I did a Gabriel Stockton." He painted this one upside down.
That's hilarious.
I do that all the time. And
I've done drawings like that, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I can't even give it upside
here,
down.
and then Dan's pretty cool, but he teaches way more than probably a lot of us on here. So he only comes on the show probably like every 3 or 6 months. Look at that
Wow,
watercolor.
that's beautiful. I love that
And you said
face.
I set the bar. I put right. He was the one that brought the heat on me, and Oh, here's another Brian. This one's Brian that was just here.
Yeah, good work on his
Blue
part.
milk. Who else we got here? We've got this. Look at this guy. Look at that.
Oh, Spider Ham. Yes, I remember that one.
Oh, and we got Timmy. And I got Timmy to put a wiener on the back. Hot dog. Because the Spider Ham likes his hot dog. Here's a new guy that's on the scene. Now, this guy is known for collecting. Probably, he says there's only two other people that have more sketch cards than he has. And this is Matt Fuller. If you're not following Matt Fuller on here, um, you're probably saving yourself a bunch of money because he's on here now selling his collection of sketch cards. So this is a Matt Fuller, and I outbidded everybody for this. Um, that his and is this Mike White? Oh yeah, we got Mike White. Mike White. So oh, and then we got the woodworker. So these are some other people that you can be you know, here's one of my students. This is one of my summer camp students right here. Look at that.
That's
Pretty
clean.
good. And this is a good one right here. This is one of my other students. Did this Pokemon. This was actually not done in my cartooning class, but my actual watercolor class. He came to class. He wanted to learn how to paint actual scene and put Pokemon in them. So now he quit his normal 5 to 9 or 9 to 5 job, and now he makes these cards and sells them.
That's dope. Very, very cool.
This is another student from summer camp. We
Customer was
traded.
asking. Customer was asking who did that Hulk.
Oh yeah, it's I'll show you the back. Um, I have more of his stuff. Look, here's a magic he did. His name is Dan. That's him right there. And look at this magic.
It's like Dan something.
Dan. He helps his brother. So he's on here as Dan Sketch Card Art. That's how you can find him on whatnot and Instagram. He makes these the thing in the top left corner of the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
These
Yep.
he does these in 3D with wood and paints
That's
them, and
craziness.
they look just as good as this, but in 3D. And he hand paints them. He he's got Silver Surfer, you name it. He's got them all. And he takes them to Comic Con. Here's another one of my students, probably one of my youngest students, and he actually has his own comic book with this character and his own stickers. Here's another one of my students from summer camp that I was teaching. Another ink nerd. These are all my PCs. Um, these are pretty cool. These Ninja Turtles. These are sketch cards. Look at how thin they are.
Hmm.
Um, this was my first sketch card, a Randy Martinez. Randy Martinez. This was my first ever sketch card. And if you don't know who Randy Martinez is, I don't know what you're doing. Uh, he even wrote a book on sketch cards. We got a Spider Ham. This gentleman is out of Vegas. the name isn't coming to me right now. He was gone for a little bit. Now he's back on the stream. Oh, there's a good one. This one Marshall did, I think, in 15 minutes or less. Marshall did this one. There's another ink nerd. And another ink nerd. And just recently, this came out of the newest set here. This is the Fantastic Four set that everyone's ripping right now. And look at this. This is gorgeous. Bam. This was a $4 spot. I paid $4 for this spot and got this sketch card.
Who did that card?
This is by Gerald. He is on fire right now.
That card was super clean.
Yeah, it is. And it's kind of a bummer because a lot of those cards were actually getting beat up on the conveyor belt. Some of them were kind of like smashed down at the bottom. The Batman metal ones. Was it Batman metal? No, it was another one. They had like scrapes across the front of them.
Hey, Custom wants you to show that one again.
Which one?
The one that you just showed.
Oh.
It looks like Thanos.
No, it's it starts with a K. Of course. Boom, boom, boom. I literally just had it in my hand, didn't I? So definitely check out Breakers Row. That's my homeboy, Jesus. And Karnak. He's got that cool metal beard, chrome beard.
That's a cool looking character. Ink Nerd, okay.
No, that's not who did this one.
Okay.
Ink Nerds was this one. He did the Spider Pump.
Gotcha. That's beautiful.
But Ink Nerd just had one pulled yesterday in a Star Wars set. And that's gone completely viral. And I uploaded that on my Instagram. So did the Woodworker. The Woodworker had it. Where's these two chicks? I don't know who they are, but Woodworker first uploaded it, and then I had to also. I don't even know if Brian even knows yet.
Probably not.
He's done them, but but usually
All
people will once they get done, they'll tag the people, and so.
I think I'm almost done with this. At least the ink part. Makes life very easy when you got everything inked. I don't think I've ever drawn this many Pokemon in one picture, ever. It's the first.
You started it yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, Kay and I think I went in like an hour. It's been 3 hours to get all this done, so not too bad.
Nice.
I'm very happy with it. Yeah, I messed up because when I'm doing proportions sometimes, it'll get a little janky. The picture that he gave me was wider than it was tall. So when I was drawing it, Pikachu was off. Like his whole body looked weird. And then when I started putting these characters in, they weren't going to fit. They were going to be like way down at the bottom of the page, and it wasn't going to work. So I had to redo that. Lots of little tricks on here.
Some people will be
These,
a little more forgiving sometimes, and then some collectors are kind of like can be a little hard. What
yeah, I
was it
mean,
like?
regenerative.
Someone did one. Oh, Modoc. Some people don't understand how big Modoc actually is. Modoc is
Mm-hmm.
huge.
Yep.
Like he's like several like he's freaking huge. And the one
True.
person that put it into perspective was Alex Ross. If you can get your hands on Alex Ross's big poster he did,
Mm-hmm.
and look for the one that has Modoc, and he has everyone to the correct proportions and heights and everything, and it kind of blows you away, like like Modoc is right up there with Galactus, like as far as like size and stuff,
Hmm.
and it's pretty crazy. Like I want to say he's like even like a block wide, like a street block, and I'm like, because so many people were so upset, and like in the movie, how he wasn't that big.
Well, they made him a joke in that movie, so
Right, right. Well, yeah.
okay. Yeah, that was a horrible rendition of Modoc. I would
The fun,
honestly, I probably would. I wouldn't put him in there.
the funny thing about Modoc is, he is the one with the least coolest hairdo. Like everyone else has like pompadours and stuff. You think they're like related to like Elvis Presley or something. It's pretty funny. Like but yeah, good times.
All right, let me post this up here.
I was thinking maybe if it's here. Oh, hi, Holy Hottie.
Perfect. Okay. Should have charged per character. Yeah, I should have, but you know what? I took this one on. We did come to an agreement on it because when he said Pokemon, he had originally seen my Spawn and Charizard, and he was like, "I want to go and get something like that." So I was like, "Okay, well, I have no problem doing that. We'll come to an agreement on it." And in the negotiation process, after we had done everything, he sent me the picture and he's like, "Can you do this?" And I said, "Yeah." And I was so focused on making sure that I had all the books that he was looking for that I said it without really counting up how many characters were in there. And I'm like, oh, well, we're gonna have to take a look at this and kind of like reevaluate because my posting only says for a single character. I'll make exceptions depending on what I'm doing to enhance the picture with extra characters or an extra character. But this one I was not expecting to have that, and I didn't. I wasn't crazy, when I came up with a deal for him to make it work because I really wanted him to have something that he would really love, and I guess he really does like Pokemon. So I wanted to do a Pokemon piece anyway, so it kind of worked itself out. And I'm just glad this came together so fast because I honestly thought I was gonna be like slow on this one, but it came together super duper fast. I think the helper being yesterday, so Kay was doing her Pokemon piece, so when I was doing mine, it kind of all came together really easily. It's always good to have somebody doing something similar to what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, I like a push, but within reason. Regenerative wasn't bad at all. He was actually pretty cool about it. Um, he's a very cool dude, so I can't be saying anything negative because it's all love. It's all good. And he gave me a good challenge, so I'm down for that too. This was definitely one. And I get to put Deadpool in there. Everybody loves a good Deadpool. Yeah, absolutely not. And I think the piece came out really good. I just got to get it all colored up for him, and we should be done. But I'm going to put a pin in this for now because I want to get on my Transformer one and get that one going. Because I really got to get that set going. I have to get them drawn and then get them sent out because that's like has to get done ASAP. Supposed to be done last week, but I'd rather not rush it. And plus, I couldn't find the book.
What happened to our person that came up with this concept?
This guy.
Yeah.
So when he and I originally talked about this is like a year ago. So we were at Free Comic Book Day, and he goes, "Can you draw Soundwave versus Blaster?" And I'm like, "Yes,
No,
I can."
I'm talking about our Wolverine Gundam guy.
I don't know what happened to it. I had to switch rooms from where I would when I was doing my stream, and
Yeah.
in the midst of me moving rooms, it got put somewhere because I had a lot of stuff I had to shift. So I know it's somewhere in this house. I just got to find it.
No,
Um,
I was saying, where is the person that gave us the challenge? They di-
I don't
they
know.
disappeared on us.
I don't know, but they'll pop in. They'll probably pop in one of these days. I know Joseph at one point was like, "Man, I might have to buy that from you guys,"
Nice.
which I'd be like, cool with parting with it. But I'm gonna have to redo mine if I can't find it. I really want to do that one. It was fun.
I thought I saw that in your shop.
Um, I don't know if I put him in my shop or not, but that's okay. I'm not. I have the design. I have a copy of it. So worst case scenario, I can just remake it because I definitely want to finish it. That's a must. It's a fun little project. And now that I see what you're doing, like all of these clean like grays and gold. I mean, it's even better than what I thought it was going to be. Like you definitely put the love and work into it.
Well, yeah. It's a nice, good size. This is 11 by 17,
Mm-hmm.
and he's coming along.
Oh, I definitely remember that Gundam. That's a good picture, Manny.
So I guess what I'm
Let me
saying,
see.
folks, is this is still available.
Yep. Manny, I can absolutely do that. I can crush that thing. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but when it comes to robots, I can definitely do that for sure. Manny, let me show you this because um, I do have a picture of the Gundam that I was working on when Gabe and I first started doing this, so we can kind of see where it started. I would definitely say that Gabriel's definitely gotten a lot further than I did. I was very slow. He actually got ahead of me because
No, no,
uh,
no, 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 no. You
now
said
I
we needed to show up with pencils done.
yes, and in all honesty, I was unprepared. I was unprepared, so I had to come up with mine on the fly. So he had
I
the upper
I
hand.
I got up. I am 3 hours ahead of Marcus. I'm in California, San Diego. And and Marcus is like, just join me whenever. And I was like, I couldn't sleep. It was like my first day of school. And so there I am laying in bed. And so I got up at, so like what, 2:30. Oh, Marshall was on. So it had to have been around like 2:30 in the morning. My wife's like, what are you doing? And I said, I can't sleep. I'm so excited about this Gundam because I had shared my Gundam comic books, and you were like, oh, and we all started pulling out everything Gundam, and then old kid was like, oh, you guys should do a Wolverine Gundam, and then we made the stream because Marcus is so busy. I had to wait 3 weeks, and then I couldn't sleep because Marcus is all about competition, and so I was like, "This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun."
Yes. So
And
now,
you guys, and you had art by Rob on the day before me, and so yeah,
and
yeah. Gabriel had to step up to the plate, yo.
he did
Everybody was
well.
going. Everybody was going. Batter, 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 swing. Sorry, go
Manny,
ahead.
I
Go
just sent
ahead.
you a message, buddy. I just sent you a message back, Manny.
Yeah. Marcus can draw you up a serious bot. So
Yeah,
get on that.
everybody's got their things. I think being a master of a mini is good. Is a good thing. So
I'm a student. I'm a student of everything. I love a good challenge. I love having a good challenge to keep growing. Because if I'm not growing, I don't want to. I don't even want to know who that guy is.
yeah, I'm in the same boat. Yeah, I was taking a look because my anniversary for Whatnot's coming up in next month, and I'm like, the stuff I did a year ago versus now, completely different. Like the quality is much much better. So I feel like I'm back in my element again. It's been a long time.
I don't know. I think you're a born natural killer when it comes to this comic book stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely say everybody on here, um, custom is definitely their work has stepped up. I mean, I'd even say like even yours over the time that I've had a chance to meet you, has even been better. Gabriel's is on the same plane. I mean, everybody's just really really on fire.
Custom is just like you. He's really good draftsman. Like I've seen him just get a sketch cover and just start just getting out his pencil, starting out with a nice circle and build up the characters and not even, do a thumbnail. He just goes right into it. I
I know
love
he's
I
really good
love
at that.
that.
Yeah,
Not me. I gotta do like a couple of thumbnails and whatnot because for me, my mentor taught me don't even start a painting or a picture until is crystal clear in your brain. Like your mind's eye should see the finished work of art, and it's true because my wife could show you probably two big giant like plastic tubs full of artwork that I didn't plan out before I started it. And I'm thinking someday I'll paint something on the back, and that still hasn't happened.
yeah. I mean, think about it like this. I mean, your process is a little different than mine. Like, I'll do a little bit of my planning, on my iPad. Like, as far as I have the general idea of what I want to go, and then I can just bang out the final version. You do a lot of the pre-planning ahead of time, so all you have to do is just replicate exactly what you have there. So that makes sense.
Now there's some subjects I don't have to do many. Like when it comes to my watercolor paintings, if you go to my IG and you put in Gabriel underscore Stockton, you'll see two then profiles come up. One says fine art, and then one says comic
Mm-hmm.
art. When you
Mm-hmm.
look at my paintings, you know, I'll have like people go, "Oh my gosh, the people that you have in the picture looks so realistic." But like the sketch for those people are usually just something just like little and simple, kind of like this, and you know, that's all I need for a person that's like walking down the street. Or like maybe this person is right here in front of this car. And
Mm-hmm.
now I've got this car here um right here, and it's got the sign for Pizza Hut, delivery. And I don't need to do much more because I'm gonna be able to paint this. And but maybe I want to put some headlights on here, and I go, oh, you know what? I know exactly how I'm gonna now paint this. I don't need to do any more rendering. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but like when there's like some other projects that I'm still learning about and building up, those like say for instance some of these like garbage pail faces, if I don't dial that in looking the way it should with the correct code, okay,
Oh,
meaning like
absolutely.
when you go into a library you have to have a library card, you have to be respectful for the people there and respect the books, get them back on time. Those are some codes, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's a certain coding to do this face. And so there's a certain part that happens in my brain where there's some things I need lots of planning, some like serious thumbnails, like how's Spidey gonna like come into this scene. And so this particular one here, I actually had a mock up in a sketchbook um, for this pose. Okay. But some people on here can just like, you know, just throw this down, just like I did with the guy in the car. And so
Mm-hmm.
each artist is right where they need to be.
Absolutely. Yes, Manny, that is Soundwave. Soundwave versus Blaster. And this is the Blaster right here. So yeah, that is Blaster. So this was originally supposed to be only a single cover. It ended up turning into two covers because I thought the look of it was better. In fact, the person I got the idea from was the creator of Dork. He did a piece where it was Battle Beast versus Thrag, and I was like,
Brent
I
Bean?
like that. What's that?
Brent Bean.
Yeah. So he did that, and I'm like, I definitely loved what he did concept wise. I was like, I want to go ahead and have something like that, but add a little bit extra to it. Yeah, Cup is always a good character. He's the old man that with wisdom. So I get that. But I mean, I've loved Transformers all my life. I mean, it's probably one of the most unique and notable shows that ever came out of like the '80s. If we really think about it.
I literally remember a friend coming over, knocking on my door, and my mom's like, "You have a friend at the door saying, will you, can Gabriel come over and play Transformers?" You
Yep.
know? And I'm like, peace out.
Yeah. Unfortunately I was nothing against my parents or anything like that, but they were not about buying me Transformers. I think I might have had maybe 4 or 5 different Transformers.
Oh no,
Whereas my friends were.
I had to get a
What's that?
job to get my own Transformers.
Yeah, my parents
I
were
had a
like, you
single
can buy
mom.
GoBots. You can get some
Yeah,
GoBots. They're a little bit
GoBot.
cheaper. And I was like, I wasn't knocking my parents. I mean, I thought GoBots were still fun, They just were not Transformers, and I had a lot of GoBots because they were budget friendly. And yeah, I wish it had been a better show, but Transformers was the show, and it was really fun.
Now, when it came to Atari, my parents were all about buying the Atari games, you
Yeah,
know. But then when Nintendo came out, they're like, "Oh, I don't know about this." And then definitely they were like, "Sega Genesis, what?" Nope, it stops there. We still got some Atari games you guys could play.
yeah. My dad ran that Atari. He was like, "You guys still love playing the Atari? Why am I going to buy a Nintendo?" And when we wanted the Nintendo, my dad was so ahead of the curve because he was so smart. He took us to a Sam's Club, and they had a
Wow.
Nintendo display, and then they had a Sega Genesis display. And he
Yeah,
watched us navigate over to the Sega Genesis because obviously the sounds and the movement were much better, and we
yeah.
just wouldn't move. So at Christmas time, as we've asked for the Nintendo, we get a Sega Genesis, and we're like, "What is this?" Because the popular thing was Nintendo, but we got to playing it, and we were like, "This is a lot of fun. The games are better. You can get games that you can't get on Nintendo." So when the following year came up and we had the chance to get the Nintendo, I gave the Nintendo to my sister, and I took the Sega Genesis.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, it just you know at that point in time, it was just like, hey, you guys would like these things, but we're gonna use them in moderation. That's
My son, he's all, "Hey, Dad, can we pull out your old Nintendo?" And I said, "What you calling old, buddy?" And there's still some legit games up on here. And so we pull out Super Mario Brothers, and seriously, only like 15 minutes in, he's like already got blisters from the corners of the Nintendo, and he's like, "How did you play this?" And I said, "Oh, we didn't have a nice smooth controller like you have
no,
for the."
no.
He goes, "Well, what happened? Because that Atari thing looks kind of smooth." And I said, "Yeah, but it was all about the buttons, having that extra button for the
Yeah, I mean, it was just a stick with one
right
button. It was very
one
easy.
button, and then you get
I don't
all these buttons now. But
I
at
don't
least,
think a child could deal with our Nintendo and not being able to save anything. They would lose their mind.
well, my son also was like, "What do you mean you beat the game?" I go, "Here, I'm gonna show you how to beat a game." And he goes, "What do you mean?" It was so hilarious. Like, you can beat these games? What? It was pretty
Yeah,
funny,
gaming forever. I don't understand that. Like, it needs to have an ending to it.
for sure.
Like, has to. That way you can feel like you've accomplished something. That's the problem. Like, the accomplishments are, you buying new stuff, to be able to get to the next level. That's where the accomplishment is. It's not beating the game and then being able to tell your friends how to, help them beat the game. It's
That's what
unfortunate.
the books were for.
Yeah, Nintendo
We had
Power
to
was a
buy the
beautiful thing.
magazine. You had to buy the magazine, uh, or get another summer job to be able to buy the freaking book.
Or you have your friends and you guys trade.
Yeah, but
That's how we did it.
but then my friends went over to Magic, and then they were all buying the books for the role playing games. Uh, quite a
Ah,
few, quite a few of them quit playing the video games and totally bought into the card gaming. Yeah.
yeah. I never was like that. I love my video games probably up until I had to get a real job, and I was like, I just don't have time to play these things. Oh,
Yeah, I worked at this movie theater, and I first started as just the guy picking up all the popcorn everybody threw on the floor, to worked my way up to the concession stand, over to actually upstairs building the movie. and
That's
uh
dope.
and then someone said, "Hey, I should get you a job working with me here at Michael's Arts and Crafts store." And it was that job that helped me go from college to college, because I could transfer to another store and be in the custom framing department.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't know if I could play cards. I would collect cards, but I don't. I'm in the same boat. I don't understand the whole Pokemon thing or Magic the Gathering or anything like that. I would buy those cards just for, collectability because I like the art.
The art's
And I'll
amazing.
be yeah, I'll be the first person to say when Pokemon first came out, I thought Pokemon was a joke. I was like, this is horrible artwork. I don't. It makes no sense. But that's not how it works. It's the collectability. That's where Pokemon really works because they make great characters. They have really good character design. It's simple for people to replicate, and especially for kids, it's very kid friendly. They literally have a Pokemon for everybody. So you want another game that's hard to beat? Ninja Gaiden is probably one of the hardest games of all time to beat. Like if you don't know how to do it, you're never gonna beat it. And to this day, I've never beaten Super Mario Brothers, the original.
What?
Yep, never beat it. I always made it to the end, but never could beat Bowser. It was so bad I actually sold my copy, and now I feel kind of stupid because the copy that I had when Nintendo came out, they had a bundle where you would have the pad that you would run on and do the Olympics and whatnot. I had that system, and I had that package, and now that package is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm like, damn it, wish I kept that.
Did you see that documentary? They went and dug up. They found out where they went, and they dumped all the artwork and all the games and stuff. And I'm surprised they even let them go and dig all this stuff up. It was in a landfill. And Yeah, they were able to salvage a whole bunch of good finds of all this Nintendo stuff.
Wow. Yeah, I mean Nintendo was pretty amazing in their design. Like there are so many cool things about Nintendo. The games were fantastic,
There's a
and I would
guy that
definitely say that.
there's a guy that found the original um, black and white inked Mortal Kombat logo.
Wow.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's so beautiful and crispy. Oh,
Who remembers the movie The Wizard?
right, the wizard.
Oh my
Right,
goodness. The introduction of Super Mario Brothers 3. Mhm.
right.
Yes, the Power Glove. Isn't it cool?
I had the Power Glove. I traded the
I got
power.
to go ahead.
Oh, I traded 3 skateboard decks. I had another summer job working at the swap meet, and this old guy sold skateboard supplies, and I traded 3 skateboard decks for a Power Glove.
Wow. I tried the Power Glove on once because we had one family. Dad would literally buy his kids everything. And I tried it on. I tried it on Rad Racer because, of course, that was the game that was in the movie. And I'm like, this crap doesn't work. I'm not using this. Give me the remote.
Yeah, I ended up trading that for a car from my neighbors next door. he didn't want to buy it for his kids, but the mom wanted the kids to have it, so she gave up her car. So I got a car at age 15.
Wow.
My mom's
Wow.
car ended up breaking down, so I just gave it right to my mom. So, but I found a 1950 Dodge Ram down the street. This lady sold me her husband's 1950 Dodge Ram, and I fixed it up. And he was in prison. He was in prison, and she gave me the title and everything. And then right before I left for the art academy to go to Cincinnati, he came over and he said, "Hey, so you have my truck. It looks really nice. Um, I want to buy it back." And I said, "Great timing. I need money for college." And I sold it back to him.
So Custom is saying on here. So he had the Transformers Dinobots, and he had them
Yeah.
all in metal. Can you believe that? In metal.
What?
That would have been sick.
And let
I
me
would have
guess,
loved
you
that.
don't have them.
Oh man.
You got rid of them. I could
Oh,
actually get my Transformers and GI Joe all back as a family member that has all my stuff. Um,
yeah. I
when
wish
I
I had my.
when I gave them to him, my niece's husband, he said, "If you ever want these back, Uncle Gabriel, all you have to do is just tell me." But
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I ended
uh,
up. Um, I don't have any of mine because I would take my Transformers apart.
oh no, you were that guy.
Yeah,
You didn't
I
put them back
I did
together.
that. Yep, I did it with that. I used to do it with I did it with the Knight Rider because I was trying to fix them because they broke. I was like,
Uh,
I can fix this, because my dad was a Mister Fix It kind of person. So I was like, yeah, I can do what my dad does. No, no, I
my
wasn't
brother
that
was
good.
that way. Once he took something apart, you knew it was over. It was like, this thing ain't gonna do
Yeah, but I mean, I remember I had Jetfire at one point. I had who was it? City Centroplex or Cityplex. It was like a Metroplex. That's what his name was. I had that, and then I think those were my main ones. My parents never got me like Optimus Prime because that was always like the one everybody had. You
it.
know. And yes, I have seen the Mask comic books. Um, I
Oh,
did an '80s
mask.
homage.
Yeah, I'm all about.
Yeah,
I'm all about the mask.
yeah,
Roger
Mask was.
Rabbit. Roger Rabbit. The mask. Come on. I can't
Well, he's
believe
saying
they
that.
got rid of Toontown in L.A. I was so upset.
Yeah, they got rid of it here too.
I was so upset. That was my favorite pose, was to go over and pretend you're like trying to pick up this like weighted weights and uh one year I almost got kicked out of Disneyland because I was getting back into Olympic lifting. I was looking pretty fit. I think my daughter has the photo now, but I took my shirt off right when they take your picture, right as you're about to come out of Splash Mountain, and I had
Mhm.
my shirt off flexing, and I lost my shirt. It blew out of my hands, and so there I was with no shirt on, getting out of the ride. And they're like, these people came out of nowhere, and they're like, um, "You're gonna go with us right now and come buy a sweater." It's like the most expensive sweater, Disney sweater. Of course, it's like the most bougie. I was like, if we were on the other side of the park, I could have just got a T-shirt for $5. But no, the freaking place where I have to buy a shirt right now is this bougie like upscale.
Of course, it can be simple. But yeah, Custom was talking not Mask the Jim Carrey one, but Mask the
Oh yes,
MASK
yes,
show.
yes, yes. The cars,
Yeah.
the miniature little people. Yeah, dude.
Yes.
The mat.
That was a good one.
That they had some of those at San Diego Comic Con, like, and I think there's more of them coming out. Yeah,
Yeah, for some
those are
reason they're
good.
making a comeback. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
People
dude.
are.
They're making a comeback for sure. Mask.
I think the nostalgia stuff. It's making a big one because with like what is it? We got He-Man coming out. That
Yep.
I mean, I think they're really going to try to capitalize on
Well,
that
you know what it
nostalgia
is.
factor.
So all this stuff came out when my son now is 22. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
he could soon be a father, like 20 something. So guess what? Now those people are gonna want to buy these toys for their kids, because my son when he was little, Ninja Turtles were big again, and
Yeah.
so of course they played on me, like, yeah, let's get you these toys, right? And so now, of course, it's all marketing, baby.
It just it just has to be good. And the one thing I told somebody, we were talking about the trailer for He-Man, and they did a lead up trailer and then they did the actual trailer. So the lead up trailer was literally like you were watching, your early morning Sunday morning cartoon where you see
Yeah,
the kids in front of the TV set. It wasn't like the flat screens. It's the big ass, chunky TV, and
right.
you're just like, we need a hero, and I'm like, you hear the I have the power thing, and I'm just like, oh, it brings me back. It's so good,
They're
and
bringing
I
back
feel like,
baseballs too.
yeah, it's got to be good. Like Spaceballs is a classic. Like I really, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous about this movie
Mel
because
Brooks is on it.
Spaceballs.
Mel Brooks is on it though, isn't
I
he?
know,
Isn't
but
he all over it?
he's part of it. But the thing is like they just did a Dragnet. Yeah, I'm sorry, Naked Gun. Now, Naked Gun, it was funny. It was pretty darn funny.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
just didn't hit like it did before.
Right.
But it just has to be a good story, good characters. You got to lean into some of that nostalgia bait, and I'm pretty sure you're going to have a great journey there. It's going to be really cool.
I
Um,
think I think it's a little bit different, and it's also a different crowd that's gonna go see Spaceballs versus Naked Gun.
mhm.
Uh, so I think it's, yeah. I'm not gonna get into politics, but yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I really do. I mean, I'm looking forward to some fun stuff. This week we got our Mortal Kombat coming out, so that's again nostalgia bait. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, they couldn't have picked a better director for that. I mean, a person that could actually play Mortal Kombat, be the
Hmm.
director, that's dope.
Yep. Yeah, they posted a video of one of the fights from it. It looks spectacular. I mean,
Nice.
it's so clean. It looks like not looks. It is two martial artists actually fighting against each other
That's
in a
great.
fight, and it's very well choreographed.
That's the way it
It's
used
the
to be. It used to be real fighters fighting.
Yeah, the guy. It's basically Liu Kang versus Kung Lao. So the guy that plays Kung Lao, he actually is a wushu trained martial artist. So he's really good. In the
Nice.
first movie, he was depicted well, and he showed off some of his skills. But in this one, you get to see a lot more.
Right? I think someone was
Um,
saying last night there was on the stream, uh, art by Ricky, that there's an animated version of Ip Man. You know the whole series of
really,
Ip Man.
really,
I'm a big Ip Man fan, and I never heard there's an animated. So if
I didn't
someone
hear
can
about that.
clear that up for me,
I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did like an AI version of that. That would be kind of cool. Um, People have gotten very creative lately.
And if it's anything like Kill Bill animation, that was
Oh
dope.
my god, that was probably some of the best animation I've ever seen.
I got my
So
wife to
good.
sit down and watch that. She said she had never seen Kill Bill, and I go, uh oh,
Well, Kill
we
Bill
need to
one.
we need to save my marriage. We got to watch this movie.
Kill Bill Volume One is the best part. Part
Shit.
two's got some good parts, but Kill Bill One's got the better parts.
But I don't think there's any animation in Kill Bill 1. It's only in 2.
Yeah, is it in two?
It's only in 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Animation.
Yeah, I thought it was in the first one because he had to go against that. She went against that
And I don't know if
Chinese
it's
girl.
animation or anime. I don't know.
Yeah, it's animation to me.
I was like,
It's
oh
a very good
damn. Oh damn.
very good way to story tell. And Kendall, I agree. The Nickelodeon Turtles is not the best. It's not the best. It's okay.
Oh.
And I know a lot of people are going to hate on that, but it's okay. I'm not going to say it was great.
My question is, does anybody know if McDonald's still does toys? That was like
They
a
do.
big thing. They do?
They do. They're running. What is it I just saw the other day that they're doing now? They don't do toys like what we had, but
We had some cool toys.
yes. Like we
I
had
mean,
monster trucks, all that kind of good stuff. And at one
Batman.
point they had what,
My favorite
Beanie
was like the
Babies?
Batman stuff from the Batman movie uh,
Yeah.
series.
I mean, you used to be able to get the glass cups and all that stuff there.
Oh yeah, like superhero ones,
Oh, I forgot they had the transforming, food. I forgot about those years ago.
right?
Yeah, they have something going on now. I just don't remember what it is, but they do have toys that are out now.
Yeah, I just
But they're just not.
only time I go to McDonald's now is just to get their iced tea on a hot day.
Well, see that.
Their
That's probably why
non-sugar,
you don't see it.
right? It's true. Or I would
Yeah,
go
I
get a
mean,
McFlurry, but now a McFlurry with M&Ms. If you go to get that and ask for the M&Ms on the side and don't put them in the thing, that is basically you might as well just go to the grocery store because McFlurry out here is almost up to like $6 or $7.
wow.
You're better off just going to buying some ice cream at the store.
Yep.
It's so
Well, you're
crazy.
buying the convenience. That's what you're buying into. Yeah, I don't do that stuff anymore. Like, I'll pass. I'm good.
My body can't take it. My body's like, yeah, it's beyond a food coma. It's like just straight. What is that one deal?
Have that blood sugar issue going on.
It's beyond that. It's like insulin. It does not even it dissolves.
And your body's
Like
like, no,
I mean,
don't do that.
what happened to the day? Remember when they found out McDonald's was putting oatmeal in with the meat, and then they got a big like big time trouble. But
Yeah, no more of that stuff. I mean, it's a different world for us. Like, especially if you're once you hit your 40s, your body changes completely. So you're just like you're not
your
used to
body's
that kind
like
of like breakdown.
your body's like no, no, no. You just
Now, I
put
never
that
understood.
in.
Yeah, I never understood like when the military said, "Okay, look, at a certain point, we're not going to let you be part of the military. Like 35, no, we don't want you." And I never
I
and I never understood that.
think it was actually 27. I think the cutoff is
Is
27.
it? Well, at some
Well, I
point
don't
they're
know what
like,
it is
no.
now, but I remember like they're like, yeah, if you want to join, you're 25. You better do it now.
Yes, Manny, I do remember going to school and having my PE classes. That and art were my favorite classes because PE class you got to play dodgeball. That was the
Right?
best. Or Wiffle Ball. Red Rover was a big one.
You could take people
Those were the good
out,
classes. I mean, see, this is a problem with kids nowadays. You need to give them dodgeball.
right?
Dodgeball needs to happen now. I understand that there's a factor that you might get hit in the face.
You
That's part of the
learn
learning curve.
you learn about life.
Yes,
You
you
learn
learn
when
how
you
to
get
get
hurt
better.
in dodgeball, you know life is not gonna be an award for everyone.
Well, here's the thing. When you play sports like that, you learn a couple things. Number one, you either learn how to become a better player, and or you learn how to be on the right players' teams. Right? That's how that works.
Strategy. You
And
need
you
strategy,
also learn
folks.
how to deal with pain. I mean, honestly, I can't tell you how many times I got hit in the face. I learned how to dodge. I mean, I learned how to do a split when I was a
Duck,
kid because
dive,
of that.
dodge, baby.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that these softballs that they get. No, there's something about that whizzing of that red or yellow ball coming at you, where you're just
Oh,
like, my life's
you
about to
can.
go.
What was that ball that had like the little holes in it? Was it a wiffle ball?
It was a
Like,
wiffle ball. Yeah.
yeah, I remember they were trying to say we were gonna play baseball with that. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
No.
Until some
That's
it was the female PE teacher. She got hurt by a wiffle ball. I was like, I did not see that coming.
right. So you got hit in the face. The hardest part of wiffle ball was that bat, that yellow bat that we used to swing.
Oh, that's not a bat. That is not a bat. A
Look,
bat
that
is
that
where
bat.
a bat is
That,
where you decide you're gonna think you're cool in front of some girl and twirl the bat, and you actually hit yourself in the back of the head like it's nunchucks.
this is true. Happened a lot of times.
I mean, who on here had some nunchucks?
I had
Uh,
some. I hit myself in the head many, many
and
times.
I'm not talking about the nice little foam ones. I'm saying you
No, the wood ones, man.
you had the wood one. And if you had the homemade ones that had the two strings where you would pull it, and that's nunchucks too. You had the
Mm-hmm.
the cheap kid ones. You had nunchucks.
Yes, many times getting hit in the back of the head. That was the one that got you when you went swinging around and you
Yeah,
got like the very end of the nunchuck and it bopped you in the back of the head.
that's
Yeah,
right. And then
that
my
that's what that was the
stepdad
one.
thought he was going to show me how to use them, and he took his nuts out. It was great.
I remember my brother. So my brother was big into Bruce Lee, and he bought his
Yeah.
first set. So I took it with me. Now, this was a dumb thing. So one day I decided to bring the nunchucks with me to summer camp. That was a bad move because they found them in my bag and they're like, "What are these?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "They're nunchucks." And like, okay, we're gonna have to take those. We gotta see your parents afterwards. And my dad was so pissed. He's like, "Did you take those to camp?" And I'm like, "No." Okay, well, you're gonna get in trouble because you lied, you know, and you're gonna get in trouble for taking those with you. And then he gave them back to my brother, and he's like, "You need to put these somewhere where these kids can't find these, because these are a weapon. They can hurt people."
Right.
But my
Yeah,
brother was
and
really
then
good at them.
that was the good old days where you could buy some throwing stars, and you could get some ninja boots.
Yep, yep. I remember those days. They were
I
good
mean,
days.
oh, we tried forever to find some freaking socks for those ninja boots. I just finally just had to learn how to sew. Imagine that. Learn how to sew, and my mom actually found a pattern, and no, there was not the internet to find a pattern, but
No,
she
you
was able
actually
to.
make it.
She was able to find a pattern so we could do the Ninja Toe socks.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that you couldn't own nunchucks. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, those were easy. Those were like all you had was you had a piece of wood, and then it was a wooden dowel, and you have a little looped piece of uh, string here, and then you have a little looped piece of string here. So we used the good old horse string. I'm not talking about baling string, not what was on hay, but this was good. And so then there was a hole drilled on the inside, and then you had a hole here and here, and so it wrapped through here, and then it came out here. So then you could be carrying these as walking sticks. And then if you wanted nunchucks, all you did was you brought this loop down
Yep.
like this. And then this loop up here. And then you pull it like this. And then the next thing you know, you got these two little knots. And then you have your nunchucks. And then if people were coming by saying you weren't supposed to have nunchucks, then you just like this was one of those cool. Remember those cool puzzles that your parents would buy? We had
Yep.
we had. Did you ever have this puzzle? It's some of you city folk will probably go, "What? Why would I have this?" But it's two horseshoes,
Yeah.
and there's a horseshoe like this, and then welded on the end was a like a chain link, and then there's two or three links right in here, and you had to get the ring off of this.
Yep.
You had to get the ring off of these, and yeah, it was good times.
So
So
you have to
that
twist it.
same concept created the nunchucks. Pretty awesome, right?
That's cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I
When
just,
you're a poor
I
kid, you figure things out. When your mom is, single woman.
100%. That's that critical and creative thinking skills. I'm telling you, it's very helpful.
All right, I'll get on this guy. Get him.
Now, are you starting your show up at 11? Or are you starting it at
10:30. Yeah, 10:30. I gotta do some adulting, and then I will be going live. Um, yeah, this was kind of like so this is how I support my life now. I am mentoring three people right now with
sweet?
watercolor. There's a couple other people that are interested, but I have to have the first part of the commitments seems a little pricey, but we've talked about maybe doing like a weekend master class workshop with a group of people that are on here. So I'm probably going to just make a sign up sheet. It'll look like a stream, but people
Mm-hmm.
can go on there and sign up for the workshop. And so I think I got about somewhere between 12 or 13 people they just want to know like the foundations of watercolor, and if people can spend probably like 2 Saturdays with me. So what works is we do one Saturday, take 2 weeks, and you can practice those techniques. Come back another Saturday, and we do like 3 hours. We take a lunch break, and then we go another 2 hours. Um, and for those 2 days, I could teach you a lot of stuff that they did not teach you in second grade with watercolors. They didn't even teach the stuff that I teach in college. My watercolor instructor in college, uh, yeah, he all he did was basically what's called glazing, or toning. Um, and so he was a natural printmaker.
Hmm.
That was his real love, and he just, I'll teach the watercolor class, and so
Well, doing you guys a disservice. I'm telling you, got to have the right people in place. It's my
well, the
thing.
knowledge is just what helps. If you have the knowledge, you can um, you can do some good pieces.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like I want to learn because I feel like it just only enhance what I do.
Well, within the teaching of the watercolor stuff, I'm also not just teaching you how to do watercolor, but we're talking about composition. We're
Hmm.
also talking about understanding the color wheel. And I teach more from understanding the warmth, and the tonal values. So it's great, like, but in comic booking, you only need three values really, and we're not
Hmm.
counting black and white. And so, which it was great last night. We had a nice little giggle. People that normally say they're doing a black and gray work of art, they've been part of the tattoo industry, and so a lot of those artists will say, "Yeah, uh, I would like to do a black and gray portrait, not a black and white." And
Gotcha.
so basically, there when you're back in the day, there was no white, tattoo ink, and so it was all about the grays.
Yeah, you have to use negative space and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
All right. I think I'm
And I
doing
was
pretty
telling
good.
those guys they had a good giggle because my mentor, uh, he was gonna throw me in the trash can dumpster right before a day of pickup if I said black and white ever again. Hey,
Wow.
I got a customer came in today and they want to get a black and white tattoo. He goes, if you say that one more time, you're going out to the trash can. And I, I, I wouldn't put it behind him because he was on medication for being in the military.
Oh, he was just
He
not in
was
the right headspace.
bipolar.
Oh goodness,
It got a
that
little
makes
scary. It got a little scary.
makes things fun.
But I found out that
Wow.
wasn't my industry when he would say, "Oh, yeah, there was just some things that would keep me up at night. I don't know if I'm making the right choices for this apprenticeship."
All right. All right. So I got about 10 minutes, and then I gotta do what you're doing. I gotta go in adult, and I gotta go get laundry done and do a couple other things.
Yay!
Yeah, I gotta build a website today. That's gonna be a fun one.
So, how often are you doing the website gig?
The website's whenever I get clients coming in. My son and I have made a deal where he is going to start doing more of the promotion side so we can start bringing in more business. I don't do a
Yeah,
lot of promoting on it only because I don't have a lot of time to do it.
yeah,
I'd rather construct and I'll give him the administrative work. He can do all that stuff. So that's where I'm at right now. But when I get it, I'm very devoted to doing that kind of stuff. I love it. It's not easy to do. Not everybody can pull off doing web design work. And now it's gotten a little bit harder because we have the people that go in, they're like, I'm going to get AI to do it and it's going to build my site. Well, what happens when the AI system can't build the things that you want it to do?
Right.
So it's rough. Do you
Wow.
need to see the inside cover of mine custom, or do you see the inside cover of Gabriel's? Yeah. So I get. I think I've done 2 or 3 this year. Okay, so this is the inside of Void Rivals. Grab that one for you. But I can build a website pretty fast. And right now I already have the website. It's just a different thing. But that's the inside there. Lots of good color behind that one. It's pretty. It's going to look good behind this. Yeah, it's going to look really good. And then behind this guy here, because this is 31, this has got, I believe it's got Megatron on the front. Yeah. Again, very beautiful colors.
I keep coming across the comics that have the die cut masks.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
one. That one I just got was it's Joker, and then you pull up the die cut mask, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
Robin.
Yep. I know
Uh,
that book well.
there's a couple few that are on their way. Those are always ones that, and I'm a sucker for the '90s that come with the cards, the comics with the
Oh, yeah.
cards.
So am I. I love those. That was a good
But
time.
if it has the word die cut, if I hear comic book die cut, I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah. I mean, people used to knock those gimmicks and stuff that they used to do. I thought went a little crazy with some of them, but it was fun to kind of see like gold covers and embossed covers during that time.
Oh yeah,
Remember the Spider-Man 99 and, that kind of stuff, or 2099?
yep,
All those were fun books to see. The fact that, like Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man, the one that Todd McFarlane did, came in gold, it came in black,
yeah.
came in silver. Loved all of that. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Production costs have gotten way too high. Way, way too high. Now it's just variant covers. I'm going to get a different artist to do my cover.
Oh, did you hear about Absolute Batman 20? They're gonna bring out Robin. They're
Oh, the
they
Robins?
are they're people are already selling their pre-sale copy and they don't even have it yet, and it's already at
Yeah.
$8. Some of
Yeah.
the pre I thought they couldn't sell pre-sales over the price of um
Thank you, Kay. Yeah, I think Gabriel's doing a better job, Kay.
what am I doing?
She said, great work.
Oh,
Yeah, she's going to be jumping on her stream in about 10 minutes or so.
nice.
Hey, Adina. Good morning. Adina's a new creator. She apparently has been. I think she just started recently, and she had a couple sales, which is always good.
Nice.
So if you aren't following her, Gabe, got to give her a check out because
Oh,
I want to check out what she does.
yeah, I'm following her now. She was all. We were chatting it up yesterday while you guys were being so passionate.
Oh,
We were trying to tell you. We were trying to tell you guys that people were wanting to buy stuff, and you guys were so passionate.
Look, when I get a chance to hang out with somebody and just we're able to just vibe together, I usually kind of like everything goes away and you can just have a good chat with somebody.
Yeah, when you start doing that giggle, we know you're not on the clock to make money. And
it
and
it's look at the end of
Kay
the
has
day,
her thing too. She does, and you're like, oh yeah, Kay's being Kay. This is rad.
we honestly every time that I get on, it's almost like talking to one of my old friends. It really is. Every time I get on, I'm
Oh,
like,
I
this is
know you were
crazy.
still in bed.
Well, this is my new workspace, so I can't.
That was that was.
I gotta make
Oh,
it work.
you're in bed again today. We just don't see
Heck
your feet.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep, no feet today.
oh, you really aren't trying to make money today.
Oh, I'm
I could
always
have
in the
sold some tickets for those feet.
only feet, right?
K is not about the feet exchange money rate.
No, I got him
I don't
hidden
think
today.
Kay knows the money rate that goes for feet stuff right now.
I don't know if she really wants to go down that road.
She does no, she does not. She uh-uh. There'll be other conversations before the feet thing.
Gabe saying I'm gonna be our only feet, or the only feet manager. Probably,
The,
probably.
the But I don't think you know the foot rate exchange. It's pretty big right now. It's way above Hakuya.
All right, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that piece. I have to probably white out something. All right, I wasn't paying attention. I went over something. That's okay though. We'll make it
My
work.
wife's gonna come out here, come remind me I'm a Christian man.
Well, you're still a Christian. You can still have a sense of humor. No seriousness behind that.
But this is being recorded on YouTube.
Yeah, I. You know what? I can believe that your friend makes a ton of money doing that. I don't understand it. It's really weird. It's very very weird.
What
But
friend?
each their own. This is Kay. She's saying like one of her friends makes a lot of money doing that stuff, and I'm like,
Oh jeez.
you know, I'm like, at the end of the day, everybody's got their thing. I'm not going to poo poo on your parade. That's your thing. Go for it. Go for it.
Jesus
And if
paid
there's
it
somebody,
all.
yeah. And I mean, look at it this way. I mean, if it's helping her or him to be able to go and pay off some bills, hey, you know what? Good. It's better than showing off other parts of your body. I'll say that much. It's just your feet.
I used to be creeped out about the guy at the grocery store in the produce department.
Mm-hmm.
I see the produce guy throwing away fruit, and I go, "That's a perfectly good orange. Why are you throwing that away?" And he goes, "Feel that orange. Do you feel that?" And I go, "Okay, no, I'm out of here. I'm out of here."
But look, they take that
The
stuff
produce
seriously.
guy, I'm more worried about him.
They take that stuff seriously. I never understood it until I actually
Eh,
met somebody that worked in
Well,
produce.
I wish they would get it right when it comes to cutting up the old watermelon. I don't. You go to buy. Oh, I just buy this little thing of watermelon because I didn't make a lunch,
Yeah,
and
watermelon,
it
all
tastes
that
like it
stuff.
has it tastes like it has carbonation or something. I'm like, this is not. This was not worth $7. This old sliced up watermelon. What the
No. Well, don't
heck?
worry. It's going to get more expensive. Give it
No,
time.
you don't even know. What are you? I don't even know how much you're paying for gas. How much are you paying for gas, Kay? in the land of Canada. And what are you paying,
Well, nothing
Marcus?
compared to you because our gas here at one point was like, I would say like three, maybe 302, 304, something like that at one point
We're
before that
creeping
stuff
up to
happened.
we're creeping up to $7.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if your cost of living was down to ours, it would be closer. Ours is almost hitting $5 a gallon.
75 cents. What? 75 what?
She
75 to
says
fill up your
75 will fill up her tank.
Oh,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
that's a lot of money right there.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, this was like in high school, I could pull up with my little Vespa scooter, put $1 gas. Gas wasn't even $1 yet. Okay? Gas didn't even hit $1 until Y2K. Like and then what was it? I
Yeah,
remember
lots of
you could go to
dollars.
AM PM. AM PM, you can get a hot dog and a soda, and I could get $1 of gas and be like, uh, I'd be set.
Yeah, it's a way different ball game nowadays. It's tough. Very, very expensive.
You got a
But
RAV4, and oh my gosh, and it's $75. No way, we had one of those RAV4s.
yeah, but RAV4s have good gas mileage, so you can't
No,
really
they
knock
do.
that.
They're Toyota. So
Yeah.
I'm saying then the gas must be even more expensive because
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
much. Yeah, I talked to my kids. I'm like, hey, we're not going to be going too far. We're going to kind of keep this kind of in town for this week. They're like, why? Gas. We're not driving all over the place.
Right?
I told like I don't know if you have your child is driving or not, Gabriel, but
Yeah.
my son's in the boat where he's like, I want to get a car because I'm 16, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's 15 going into 16. And I'm like, dude, you realize that when you drive around, your significant other is like miles away. If you're going back and forth, gas gets expensive, and you're going to realize this is going to hit you hard.
Yeah.
Like you got a budget for that. He's like, it's
Right?
okay. I'm like, okay, all right, well, I'm not paying your gas, so don't break down.
Yeah. My teenager is pretty good about that.
Yeah, it's being conscious of that kind of stuff. My other son is really good about it. He's like, I'm not going to really going very far. I used to drive, I think 400 miles a week, four or 500 miles a week in my
What?
car. Yeah, because
Wow.
what would happen is that here in Florida, one of my jobs was 45 minutes away from my house going north, and the
Yeah.
other job was another 45 minutes going south of my house. So I would do that. I would do that 3 days a week. I love my job. It was great being able to teach in Jupiter or in South Florida, but between the traffic and the amount of money I was spending in gas, it wasn't feasible for me to stick around.
Yeah.
Oh,
That happened to me up at the ski resorts when I used to work up in there, and then heaven forbid if it did snow, yeah, I was stuck.
yeah, I always tell people I'm like, I hate that all this stuff happens like right around summertime because it makes it hard for people to travel and do things that they want to do.
Right.
It's frustrating. Like tickets for planes go up. I mean, obviously we had that thing happen with Spirit last week. It was a contributor, but stuff like that, is happening. Delta Airlines even just said the other day, they're like, "Oh, we're going to not have this for, our shorter distance flights. I'm like, man, this gas stuff needs to stop. It
Right.
really needs to stop. I just remember back when I was working for Best Buy at one point in time, gas got so high, people started buying like scooters, and that's when like
Yeah.
these fuel efficient cars became the thing. Like the
Yeah.
hybrids really started picking up.
They had this little bike for a little while, and I don't know what happened to it. It was called like a Zebra, and
Yep.
we almost got one of those, and I don't know what happened to them. You know.
No need. They figured out how to get that gas under control. But I don't know. I want to see this stuff go back to somewhat normal. It would be nice. I think I got this one done. Minus the robot on the bottom. We're looking good. Hey Kay, what time are you going on? See if she's live or not. Minimize. She said she was going on at 11, so if she pops in, I'll raid over to her. Hang on one second. Let me know.
Yeah, buddy.
Gundam.
Soto. You're going Soto, huh? I want to go Soto. Hey, you said no foot stuff. What's this Soto?
I didn't think my foot
Uh,
was out there.
no, she's talking. She says Soto. That must be something about feet.
Oh, she said so in.
So
She said it
no.
was a type. It was a typo.
Oh, so in. I was gonna say, what happened? I think she got hacked. Someone's using her account saying she's down for feet.
I think this is gonna work. It's gonna look good. I'm happy with it. Let's see where you're at. Oh, you're working on that Batman. Okay. Okay, are you gonna finish up that painting that you were working on yesterday? I saw you did like another character for it. Hey, custom, are you on tomorrow? Josa. Okay, cool. Very, very awesome. Looking forward to seeing that.
All right, the best part's coming up next on this Batman. Stay tuned. Here it comes. The blood. There will be blood.
Looking good. I'm happy with it. Okay, you came in late. I got to show you this. You got to see this real quick.
Someone's
There you go.
was enjoying their yoga.
Mm. Lots and lots of Pokemon.
Wow.
I think it was like 11 Pokemon in there. It was a crazy one.
Oh no.
Worth every minute, though. Glad it's done, though. All right. I think I'm going to wrap up here. I think that might be it for now.
Yeah, It'll be blood. Here comes the blood.
Somebody's got a Posca.
Yeah. Pasa. I say pasa. There's this little girl. She was asking her mom for more pasta, and she said,
Nice.
"Pasca, pasca." So cute.
Very cool. That's good to hear, Joseph. I'm glad you got that stuff.
Get up there.
Glad everybody's getting their packages. I apologize for the long waits, but I'll try to make it worth your while. Hope your son definitely enjoyed that. That was a fun one to do. All right. I gotta make sure I scan these today. Make it easier to digitally draw them. Has a lot of blood.
There will be blood.
So, Kay, whenever you go on, I'll go. If you're going on the next little bit, I'll go ahead and send everybody to you. I don't have my paper. Figure out an option here. No paper around. This. Nope, that's not the paper I can use. Right. And I don't have my ruler. That sucks. Okay. I have to do this old school. Looks good. Alrighty. Do this like this. Sometimes we gotta work a little different. That's okay.
So what's going on that you don't have your art room? Your son's in there or something?
Yeah, so I've been using my son's room while he's away at college
Uh-huh.
to do my stuff.
Yeah.
With the goal of being able to make my own like desk area. That's
Right.
what I'm going to do over the summertime. So I don't
Nice.
have to worry about being in this room, and it'll be easier because then I'll have my setup right there, and I don't have to worry about shifting it every day.
Nice.
It's a bit of a pain to do that, but I have to get rid of some old gym equipment first. Once that's gone, I'm good to go.
Get rid of some jello? What?
Gym
Or-
equipment. I want to definitely do that. So that'll be fun. Once that's gone, be on to the next step. All right, let me see here. And I'll go there. That's the wrong one. Why? There goes that. cut into that. That's okay. We'll make it work. Yeah, I've been rocking out to this Michael
Get down.
Jackson playlist. Love it. It's a good one. All right. Got to have one of those fun phone calls today with one of my clients. It's going to be a good one.
Sounds like you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where you got to let somebody know that you got to rebuild their stuff in order to make it work properly. Not something you want to do, but you got to do it to make things function properly. So this lady's been super patient, so I'm very happy about that. All right, so we're gonna do. So that's how far it is away from the wall. Okay. Alrighty. I think that's all she wrote for today. I'm just gonna stop it there. Make sure nobody called me. Oh, nice. Got to show this off. V did that one. It's a nice looking little
Ooh,
Pokemon.
that's cool.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. Great inks. Great color. Alrighty. It's like Kay is on and ready to rock and roll. All right. Gabriel, we'll have to go ahead and do this again, my friend. I'm definitely enjoying these.
For sure. I'm always down.
So we'll figure out a day and we'll do it again, my friend.
All right. Sounds good. Take care.
All
Thanks,
right.
everyone. See you
Um,
around.
and you said you'll be on at 10, right?
10:30.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. I'll definitely be listening for yours.
Right on. See you around.
All right, man. You take care, buddy. You have a great weekend. Stay
All
blessed.
right. You too.
All right. Bye bye.